Hello everyone and welcome back. This is Lisa. Thanks for joining me for another video tutorial. Today we're going to be making an EOS lip balm gift box. If you don't know what that is, it is lip balm, and we've made this really cute little box for it to go in as a stocking stuffer or just a nice little gift to give someone. And it's really cute. You pull the lid off and the sides flop out. And in the center, the little, it looks like an egg kind of, is there waiting for you. Okay, so all of the measurements for everything I'm using today will be on my blog as usual. So we're going to start off with a 6x6 inch piece of paper, and we're going to bring in the Stampin' Trimmer, and I'm going to use the bottom measurements to do the scoring. We're going to score at 2 inches on all 4 sides of this 6x6 piece. So just going all the way around at 2 inches and creating a score mark. There's no reason in particular that I'm using my trimmer today. I was actually just too lazy to go get my assembly scored, so this was right here handy. Okay, now this is the lid, and we're going to score that on all 4 sides at the 1 inch mark. So there we have the lid. And I want to show you this other piece that we will use. This is what holds the lip balm. I've already gone ahead and pre-scored it because the 1/8 marks are difficult to see. So I'm just pointing to where they will go. Okay, back to the bottom part of our box. We're going to remove all 4 corners because we won't be needing those. So just cutting along the score line, and then moving on to the next corner until we have all 4 of them cut away. Okay, and now that we've finished with that, we have this piece that looks like this. We're going to set that aside for right now, and we're going to cut the lid of the box. And what we're going to do here is we're going to cut up to the first score line and then make a little mitered cut so that our the lid closes. And we're going to do that very same thing on all 4 sides. Okay, now that we have that done, we're going to bring in our bone folder and go ahead and fold and burnish on all of the score lines. Want to make sure that everything lines up evenly so that our box closes correctly. We don't want a wonky shaped lid on our box. So that's what I'm doing, just making sure that all the lines are straight and each side matches with the other. Okay, now that we have that done, I'm going to bring in my 3/4 inch punch. I'm going to make just a little tiny bit of a finger hole, or a finger grab, I guess that's what you would call it, just so that you have something to pull on when you go to pull the top of the lid off of the box. Okay, and now that we have that done, we're going to go ahead and glue our panels onto the top of the box. By the way, this lip balm box was designed originally by Poodles, so I'd like to give a shout out to her. Thank you very much. She's an absolute genius when it comes to 3D projects. So this was designed by her, and I just did a couple of things different on mine. So I'm adding the top of the box, and then I'll go around and add on the side panels. I'm using glue. You could use either glue, tear and tape, or even fast fuse if you have it. Probably snail would not. You could use snail to add on the designer series paper, but not to actually put the box together. So now I'm just fitting this up to make sure that it's all going to close correctly. And I'm adding the glue on the outside of the tab and sliding that in together and making sure that makes a perfect corner. I'm just holding that for a minute to give the glue a chance to grab. Then I'm going to do the very same thing to all four sides. Putting glue on the outer tab once again and lining the inside up and holding it to make sure it grabs. Okay, now that we have our box completed, we're going to just set that aside and we're going to come back to the bottom part of our box. And I'm going to fold and burnish on all of the score lines. Now I'm going to bring in the detailed trio punch. I'm going to use the corner rounder side of it, and I'm going to round all of the corners on each of the tabs. So there's one corner, then the other corner, and we'll just go all the way around doing the very same thing. Okay, here's our designer series paper. And I'm going to make a goof here. I have the wrong side. So I've made a pretty decorative element there in the corner of my designer series paper, but that's okay. It's something unique and it still looks pretty. So I'm going to go ahead and round that, and we're just going to leave it, go with it. And again, we're just going to take this paper and round all of the corners. The only thing I caution you about is you want to have, since this is a straight up and down pattern, you want your pattern to go the same way. You don't want some of your flowers upside down and some of them not. Almost finished here. And now we can go ahead and adhere these to the inside of the box. That way when the box flips open, you'll have a pretty inside. So we'll just set that aside, and now we're going to come back to this piece. This is the piece that holds the lip balm. We're going to bring in our 1 3/8 inch die, circle die from the layering circles. Boy, having a hard time talking this morning. And then we're going to run that through our big shot. The 1 3/8 is the next to the smallest circle. And we ran that through the big shot. And so now we're going to fold and burnish on all of those score lines. And for this piece, you'll want to use, again, either glue, tear and tape, or fast fuse. Okay, so now I'm going to add some glue here to the bottom. And I'm just going to wrap that piece around and hold it securely until the glue has grabbed and is almost dry. I want to line that up and make sure that it's in perfect alignment, or it won't sit straight in the box. We can't have that happening. We don't want lopsided lip balm. That's not any good. Okay. Now we're going to bring in back our box, and we're going to add glue to the bottom of this and attach it right there into the center. And you want to be sure that you have that centered really well. I'm just taking my bone folder and going in and pushing that down, making sure that the glue adheres all the way across the bottom. Okay, and that's all we have to do for our box on the bottom. And I'm just adding our lip balm in there and closing the box. Excuse my computer, it keeps making all these dinging noises. I apologize for that. And now we have our cute little gift box. Isn't that cute? I just love it. And there's our little lip balm. This EOS lip balm is really nice too. So EOS stands for Evolution of Smooth, just so you know if you didn't know that. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please hit that subscribe button and give me a thumbs up. If you don't have a demonstrator, I'd love to be yours. Please get in contact with me. And until next time, happy crafting. Bye-bye.